Hey, Matt here. Just checking in to give you guys some updates about our community project Baby Yoda. So today I've been planning out how this whole development mode is gonna pan out. Um, so it's looking pretty nice. Um I have also implemented some of the self-prompting capabilities, which were not actually the biggest of the deals because the whole goal of this application is not to only let things run autonomously, but to understand when to ask input for the user and how well we can make some information persistent to a certain agent. So that's the main goal of the main problem that this application is trying to achieve. Um, I say that because some of the problems that I have been seeing with these auto GPT tools is that they don't take they are just simply designed in a different way. They use agents in a different context of how our application is actually using them. Whereas let me show you an example what I'm trying to tell you guys. So over here we have a couple of graphs, a couple of graphs that I have created. So this is basically how no wait here. So this is how basically Baby AGI operates. But inside here you have execution agent, contextualization agent, task creation agent, prioritization agent. So it's a slight different way. Whereas we will have, I don't know, Elliot or Raven, which will be different agents that we can persist this information and whatever a certain agent learns along the process while he is on development mode, right? So for that, I have created a couple of graphs. This is the conceptual one I have created so far. It should be the when user activates development mode, it starts out this process and loops back and gets better contextualization and asks back to the user whenever it needs to contextualize further. This, by the way, is a tool. It's a language called Dot. It's a language for creating diagrams, like graphs, whatever, nodes, and it's pretty easy. You just define the entities and their relationships, and you have a graph here showing exactly what you want. So it's a pretty cool thing to have. Yeah, so I think in terms of development updates, we are getting in a very interesting part, which is actually having something that we can use, I believe, very shortly. It is already something that I use whenever I develop something, right? So it's been already good enough for me, so I guess it can be good enough for you guys as well. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about roadmaps, what I'm planning in order, what are our plans in terms of the community, right? The community aspect. So what I've been thinking is that to create more tutorials explaining how this system works and how I managed to build this whole thing from the ground up. Right, so I think from the next episode I will be creating more tutorials, let's say, and explaining in depth how this system is being developed. Um, so far it's looking pretty interesting, right? So it's already working, it's already functional. So, and I am using it already, so that's good enough. So I think probably more people will begin to use something like that and can actually have use for something like this, you know. Just think about this as, let's say that you go to OpenAI, right? So you go to the OpenAI website, you are developing your own project and you are using AI to generate some pieces of code to you. Imagine having this, but whenever you go to the OpenAI website, you need to put it to this website every time the data that you use it, previous context about your application and how the application is architectured. Now imagine having this already, your agent already knows the information that your system needs, that what is the information that your system is using, how your system is already architectured. So I think so the next time that you would want to make a certain question to this certain agent, let's say it's a programming agent, this agent will have a certain types, this decision models and attention models and everything all worked, all good for them. So yeah, I guess that is more or less the direction that I want this project to be heading to. And yeah, let's see. So for the next update, for the next, I will probably try to also go into depth on how to build something like this. I think that would be pretty fun to do, and to get to know more about the community also means a lot for me. So please just leave a comment if you'd like to access the code base for this application already. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thank you for coming by and I see you next time. See ya.